Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Agatha and I am a mom of a 2-year-old son named Valentino. I'm incredibly curious and passionate about teaching him all the different skill sets he's going to need in order to be able to navigate through life independently. And my channel focuses on all aspects of emotional intelligence, growth mindsets, why it's important, and how we can instill it both in ourselves and in our kids. I'm currently in beautiful San Diego. I'm here on a trip with my son, and today I wanted to bring 3 key facts on how nature helps both develop the mind and the body. As I've been exploring emotional intelligence and all the aspects to it, one of the things I came across is how nature actually positively impacts the chemistry in the brain. Number one, it reduces anger. Why? Because it reduces the production of cortisol in our body. It also reduces muscle tension, blood pressure, and it reduces heart rate. And being out in nature not only has the ability to enhance our mood, meaning it is able to reduce all the different things that actually create stress for us and allow us to be able to calm down, but it also impacts in a grander scale towards our emotional and physical well-being. As I've been digging deeper into this topic of nature and how children don't actually get enough exposure to outdoor time in nature, I came across the importance of unstructured outdoor time. And I actually found a really great definition about this that I wanted to share. So according to Help Me Grow, which is an interagency initiative of the state of Minnesota, they say, allowing children the freedom to explore, create and discover without predetermined rules or guidelines. So what that really means is that if you look at a typical child's day, at least to what researchers are saying, is we as parents are overscheduling them too much. So whether it's scheduled play dates or music lessons, language lessons, school-related activities, sports, you name it. And the idea about unstructured outdoor time is that they are free to roam and they are free to use their imagination and be able to engage in a lot of unstructured play. And the reason this is important and what I'm learning about is this. So unstructured outdoor time actually promotes the following: social interactions, interpersonal relationships, as well as creativity, promoting the use of imagination. So one of the things that's incredibly important for me is for me to pass on to my son that he is actually connected to nature. I sort of feel like as a society we've become very disconnected from our food chain. We are not necessarily aware where our food comes from, how it's made, how it's processed, and what are the benefits of the different foods that we need to be eating. And one thing that I'm learning is that nature actually has the ability to be able to do that, is to reconnect us back with the land and where all our food and the food chain comes from. One of the things that I'm actually trying to exercise with my son is exposing him to bees. There are so many different ways to expose our children to the food chain, but I feel like bees are facing quite a lot of issues when it comes to our ecology. They are being affected by things such as pesticides and other aspects that are actually killing them off. Naturally, bees are actually our food crop pollinators. They're an important part of our food chain, and we need to create supportive environments for them to be able to thrive, because if we don't, which already certain parts of the world are facing this, we're actually not going to be able to grow as much food to be able to sustain the population that we have. So as a way to start exposing my son to bees and teaching him not to be afraid of bees, but being able to relate to them and express empathy, we recently went to our local bee yard where this lady keeps her bees, and I allowed him to get quite close to the hives. You will be able to see how he's actually not afraid. So one of the things that what we do as adults is we are actually teaching our children to be afraid of bugs, to be afraid of bees, and to be afraid of the nature that actually positively impacts us. But as I'm learning slowly about bees and what is the appropriate way to be able to relate and interact with them, I'm bringing a lot of this learning to my son and trying to bring him as part of that process.
When it comes to nature contributing to awareness and empathy, there was a really great quote from the Smithsonian Early Enrichment Center. By establishing positive connections between young children to the plants and animals that share their world, Time Outdoor promotes empathy to all plants and animals in nature. Reduction in children's exposure to nature can result in them developing fearful responses to and misunderstandings about nature, specifically surrounding certain less desirable parts of nature, such as bugs, dirt, and germs. However, when young children are given the opportunity to explore the natural world on their own terms through play, particularly when in the company of trusted adults, they create a connection to and positive associations with natural spaces as their brains form critical neural pathways. By framing nature and wild spaces as places of wonder in early development, we are helping children build the ability to care for those places in the future. In fact, research has shown that people who spend more time outdoors are more concerned about the environment and are more invested in protecting it. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so, please hit subscribe and come join my community where we can share all kinds of different resources and activities as a way to inspire and promote instilling emotional intelligence in kids.